led such an interesting life. I could talk to you all day long and not repeat myself. Every morning, I put in an hour of exercising. I built my own airplane and flew it. I have been to the North Pole, to Antarctica. I didn't retire from my job until I was 87.
Are you in judgment of how people are today, or do you think in some ways people are better than they were? Or, I don't know, do you have any observations about the world today that you think your life could lend its wisdom to?
Well, the kids nowadays, they don't have the depth of education, I don't think. I got telescopes and all that. I'd always I do a lot of work in there. You don't see that in the kids today. They don't have it. I don't see depth because the kids nowadays haven't had the suffering, physical and mental, not physicals, but mental suffering that the kids did that when we grew up. We had nothing. Nothing. Nowadays, they got an iPhone. What's that? Oh, it's only $100 a month. What's going to happen to the kids? What's going to happen to society when people aren't with people next door? Altering society. For the good? No. No. Is that making the world better? No. That I can see. So to take a picture and send it to them, is that going to make it better? No. It's what you do for others that counts. And when you look at the suffering that's going on in this world, the evil in this world, it's astonishing. But it's always been.
Mm-hmm.
All the immigrants that are coming up out of Africa, all the immigrants that are coming from South America, El Salvador, Venezuela. Why? A lot of them are escaping criminals because they're scared. I'm going to have a few dollars left over when I pass on. All of that is going towards organizations that make the world a better place, to help the poorest of the poor in the world. The world, in my estimation, is not getting better except in two areas: science and health, pacemakers, and all of this kind of stuff. We're almost a mechanical person. Electric cars and self-driving cars, now here's that come back, it's kind of miraculous what is taking place and the changes, the things that are coming up. You think, holy smoke, look at that. The speed of change is a thing that creates stress. In effect, I could say it even stresses me to a degree. Now I'm working on all of this. I take those movies and I have to convert them and do all the work on them, change all the colors and put them in a different location. Stress. It's not a peaceful.
So do you think this rate of change is unsustainable? It's getting too fast? It's accelerating too fast?
I guess the good Lord's going to decide. Because the speed of change will depend on the individual being able to adapt to the change. That's the key. This world is a very stressful world. This world is not what everybody in this world wants. Peace and happiness. How much of that is there? Even in your own life, just stop and think. At the end of the day, how much peace and how much happiness did I have today? I do that every day. And I spent a half an hour looking at my day. What was good about it, what was bad about it, what I should have done, what I didn't do. Always. How many people do that? Not a lot. Good? Am I really good? Nobody's really good. We all have our faults, and we just have to constantly work to eliminate them as much as we can. The Lives of the Saints is a good book. To see what some of these guys, the people that became saints, what they went through, how many were slaughtered by the Roman emperors, and then later on and on and on and on, what they went through.
Do you watch the news?
I watch the news at supper time and at lunch, at breakfast. I'll watch for a period of time. I'll watch CNN, Fox, and I'll watch the weather. But then I look at CNN and Fox. What are they about? Constant. So just recently, I thought, to hell with it. I'm not going to spend my time. Is that bringing peace and happiness? What do you do that brings peace and happiness? You don't have to answer me. You can answer yourself. But I'll guarantee you do a lot of things that don't give you peace and happiness. And that's normal. Too many times in our life we get, by golly, what for?
Mm-hmm.
What good is it doing you? You can't do anything about it. And yet you get all disturbed, and then pretty soon your gut is worried. Because most of what you read, most of what you see, doesn't bring you peace and happiness, I'll tell you.